Now it's time to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
This is a simple game. You throw the ball, you hit the ball, you catch the ball. You got it!
Welcome to the Best of Tailgate Talk, where we go back into the archives and hear some of our special guests you may have missed the first time around. We'll be back with the Best of Tailgate Talk after this. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. Call 233-4430 or order online at Applebee's.com and pick your meal up with Carside to Go. Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 in Athens, just off I-65. Eating good in the neighborhood. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The world is changing.
Changes. The Tailgate Talk app has changed. It's got a new name and a new look. It's now known as PAS Plus, and it's your home for Applebee's Tailgate Talk, along with James Clemens Sports and Calhoun Basketball.
Change never hurt, huh?
Look for the download links at PASnetwork.net or TailgateTalk.net. PAS Plus, Play Action Sports, plus a little extra. PAS Plus from Play Action Sports. Well, it's our last Best of Tailgate Talk show for the summer. This is kind of a hybrid show in that it's not a totally best of episode. The first hour will be our interviews at the Limestone County Football Media Day earlier this week. We'll hear from Ashley Graves, Media Relations for Limestone County Schools. Following that, we'll bring you visits with coaches and players from Elkmont, Clements, Ardmore, East Limestone, Tanner, and West Limestone. The second half of the show will revert back to previous conversations featuring UAB softball coach A.J. Daugherty, and then 2 national and world champion cheer teams from Athens High and James Clemens. Don't forget to enter your nominations for Athlete of the Week polls. Those will be starting back up in August. And this reminder, the WKAC coaches shows will be starting up August 22nd. We'll be back after this with the Best of Tailgate Talk. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
With all the technology around us today, it's hard to keep up. Goldsmith Technical Services specializes in residential and commercial computer and electronics repair, automation, IT services, and home theater systems and audiovisual services. Goldsmith Technical Services. Call or text 256-203-4226. Visit them on Facebook or online at goldsmithtechnical.com. Let them tailor a package that meets your needs. Goldsmith Technical Services, 256-203-4226. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Alabama.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Tune in every Tuesday through Thursday this coming football season for the WKAC Coaches Shows. Join us as we get the scoop from Ardmore, Athens, Clements, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Tanner, and West Limestone. The WKAC Coaches Shows coming in August on 1080. Welcome back to the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Ashley Graves, Media Relations with Limestone County, sports and everything pretty much, right?
Pretty much everything, the whole school district.
Is that challenging? I mean, aside from how good you've done today.
It can be at times. We have a total of 17 schools, so trying to keep up with all 17 schools and know what's going on can be challenging at times, but thankfully I try to have a person at every school to try to tell me, hey, we've got this going on today, like they may have a special guest coming to talk to the kids. Football coaches are usually good to let me know, athletic directors, principals, so they make it easy.
How many years has the Media Day been going?
This is our third year. This is something that when I came on board, right after towards the end of 2020, and Rusty had been wanting to do this for a while, and I said, let's do it. And coming from the sport, I came from the sports world, and so this is one of the things I enjoyed doing at the News Courier and other places, and so I was excited to be able to give our kids this opportunity, and thankfully TOC has jumped on board, and it's in the rec center. Gosh, we could not do this without the rec center. They are great as well.
So anybody you want to single out as far as some of your help without hurting anybody else's feelings?
Those are the two real big ones. Like I said, TOC sponsors it, so they provide food for us, and then the rec center allows us to use their facility. So it's kind of a central location for everybody, so we're not having to go to Ardmore or West. So it's a central location that everybody can come to. So it works out good.
Excellent. We'll talk to you on the show a little bit later this year.
That sounds great. And y'all cannot hold it against me that I'm Beanie's daughter. So
Never. We are talking with Elkmont Red Devils coach Chris Bunio and Cole Holt and Matthew Johnson. Now, are you two guys seniors?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Coach, how many seniors do you have on the team this year?
14, which is a big jump from last year. That's about 3 times as many. Big deal.
Big deal. A lot of leadership, a lot of experience. I've got to talk about this social media presence that you've got right now. The tire pulling competitions.
Tire tug of war. That's what we call it, tire tug of war. So every Wednesday we do competition drills, and we split the team up into 4 teams. The seniors drafted them at the beginning of summer, and they're going to find out tonight who the winning team was for the summer, because the winners get ribeye steaks on me. And so every Wednesday we get together and we do drills just like that. We do team tug of war, one-on-one tug of war. We do like get them out drills, bull in the ring style. Not the way you remember them, but a little safer this time around. And then some like relay type races and tire pulls and sleds. So, and they enjoy it. It's fun. It's like getting a good workout in, but enjoying it.
And having fun.
Yeah.
Cole, how are you doing on the in the rankings so far? It's Cole here.
Not a good question for Cole.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To you and them.
Oh, okay.
Doing good so far. There's always room for improvement.
All right.
Always.
His team is in last right now for competition.
You know what? When Friday night rolls around, all that's going to do is just make you more hungry.
Always.
All right. And Matthew, how's yours doing?
For right now, we're in second. I think we got a good chance of being in first and getting the stays.
There you go. I mentioned it earlier. What about Friday nights? You know, how's all this stuff going to turn into Friday nights? What are you thinking? I know what I'm thinking. I don't know what you think.
It's going to help our competitiveness.
Say that again.
I think it's going to help our competitiveness on Friday night.
Competitiveness and team building. Even though we're all split up and against each other, at the end of the day, we're all still on the same team, regardless.
Do you think this is going to help y'all out come fourth quarter, last part of the fourth quarter?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. 100%.
What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, we got, there were several games where I felt like we competed a little bit the first half, but then when second half came around, our numbers hurt us, but also our preparation for that as well, like in terms of mindset. And so we've tried to compete in everything we do for this off season and this summer. So I hope that it does correlate and translate to the field Friday.
It looks like the community's getting supporting you guys very well.
I can't speak on years past because I'm not from here, and but I can say that based on the schools that I've been at in the past, Elkmont community really is great, like in terms of the support for the football team. I mean, there's first, second, and third generation, people involved that want to see us succeed and that are helping us to get stuff that we need and being there to show their support. So just from my past experience, I'm really pleased with that. And that's a big deal to me because you don't want to be somewhere where you're not going to get much support or community involvement, and we have that. And so that helps me feel good about where we're going.
I talked to you guys yesterday, and there was a guy there that asked every team what their pre-game rituals were. And you guys, what impressed me about you guys, you said y'all prayed together before each game, and we were talking about community. I say kudos go out to the parents and, the community for, sometimes we as parents think, is anything I'm saying getting through to my kids? But, that's one big thing that I think is really taken hold. And it's a big thing.
Yes, sir.
So, is there anything else? I mean, after you get through praying, do you do anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Maybe they really haven't thought about it. Maybe they'll think of something for this year.
Yeah. I mean, you get superstitious and you don't step on the lines or, things like that. So, all right. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Coach. Red Devil Pride.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
School may be out, but you can still enter your nominations for the Applebee's Athlete of the Week over the summer for the upcoming school year. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and fill out the form. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Enter your nominations today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Tailgate Talk, and 1080 WKAC. You're listening to the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
And we're back here with the Clements Colts and their head coach Michael Parker and a couple of seniors, Jacob Peoples and Colby Turner. Offensive lineman, coach, you brought with you today.
Yes, sir. That's who I'm depending on this year. They got to get the job done. They got a lot of experience coming back on the line. Got 4 out of 5 starters coming back, and they've been with me. They know the offense. So that's our strength right now is Jaden told the reporter a while ago, Jaden's a good running back, but he ain't too good when ain't nobody blocking for him. So, we're really going to rely on these guys to go, and, they're going to have to go both ways. We are going to be able to spell them a little bit, but we're going to have to go both ways, and, they're used to that. They busted it in the off season. I told somebody a while ago, we got 6 or 7 guys that squat over 400 pounds. This one squats over 5. This one benches 315. So, we've gotten a whole lot stronger. And I think as far as our success goes is if they take that weight room to the football field, we'll compete with anybody on the schedule.
Brady Moore, senior last year, on the further things after high school. Who you got coming up calling and signals?
Right now is Cole Doss. He transferred over from Ardmore. But we've got some depth there too. Jaden knows the offense. He can do it. And Jake Fleming, he's a 10th grader. He's coming on. He's really done well this past week. Picked up a lot of stuff. So he's a big, thick kid that can run football too. So he's doing good. So we got a little bit of depth there that we can play with.
That's cool. All right, talk to the big lineman, Colby. Let's start with you, man. What you carrying over this year from last year?
I just say being a leader. I don't know. Offensively, I'd say I know the plays very well. I feel like I can play all 5 spots on the offensive line. So I guess that's something I carry over.
Versatility in the position.
And defensively, I feel like I'm more physical, more experienced, ready to play, I would say. I don't know how to put it.
You still got the meanness in you?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, you can say meanness. That's all right.
Yeah, I got the meanness.
All right. Jacob, you junior last year. Can taking it up to be a senior this year. So how are you feeling about things?
I just feel like coming back with some more knowledge. I started off playing middle linebacker. That's the first time I ever did it. But now I'm coming back around, and I'm feeling more comfortable in the position, and I'm seeing what needs to be seen, and I think it's just becoming easier. The whole offense, defense, everything's just becoming easier because it's just repetition over and over again.
How long you been playing football?
I first started in the 9th grade. That's when I first started.
Okay. So this be like your 4th year to play. So, cool. Good luck, man. We wish you all the best. And who you start off with, Coach?
Start off with Holly Pond.
Holly Pond?
Their place.
Over there? Yeah. Okay. Sam, it's all yours.
Did y'all do your river bonding thing this year?
Practice on the...
Yeah.
Practice on the river, it'll be August 18th.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll load up on that Friday and go down, and we'll practice down there, and then we'll feed them. They'll get steaks this year. Okay. They're seniors, so the rest of them get hot dogs.
Yeah, everybody else gets hot dogs.
Everybody else gets hot dogs. So, yeah, we really look forward to that. That's a good time for us, good time to get away and bond a little bit. And, after we get through eating, they play some games, and really a really good thing for us. And they look forward to it every year.
Okay, I couldn't remember exactly how early or late that was before the season. What are you guys' thoughts on the practice on the river?
Oh, I've been waiting since I was in 9th grade, I'd say, for this state. And I just, it's so much emotion. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. I feel like the steak is it looks so good. I never got to try it, so I'm ready.
All right.
Yes.
I came around a little bit later, but the steak's good part. But the atmosphere over there at the river is just a whole different. I feel like everybody's popping more. Everything's just going a little bit harder. Everybody's going hard.
How do you like your steaks?
Oh, medium, 100%.
How you like yours?
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Get some blood coming out of that thing. That's right.
Yeah, I'm a medium well guy. But, it's a good thing for us. It's we're gonna have referees out there, so we feed the referees. And
you don't feed them steak.
Don't do me any good.
You don't feed the referee steak, do you?
No, they ain't earned that steak. I give them a Bar S hot dog.
There you go. Not even a Nathan's hot dog.
Right.
Bar S.
One of them red weenies. But they, we get them out there and try to take care of them. But it gives them some experience, to get ready for the games. But we always do it the Friday before our first game.
Okay. So that would be first game's August 25th.
August 25th.
Sweet. At Holly Pond. All right. We are talking to the Ardmore Tigers head coach Jonathan Schneider. Along beside him, Hayden Durham and Mike Broadway. Guessing these guys are seniors that you brought in with you. All right, Coach. How's things? Of course, we spoke a couple weeks ago at the mud volleyball, but how are things going since our last conversation?
Well, we've had a really good summer. Had an OTA yesterday with Westminster that sort of completed our summer, and it was very competitive, and had some found out some things about some kids, good and bad, and so but I feel like this has been one of the better summers that we've had. Participation wise, the things that we've been able to get accomplished, getting into Monday when it starts for real.
What about you, Hayden? How's things going this summer for you?
I think they've went really well compared to where we've been the years that I've been here. We've had a lot of guys that have showed up every day, and in years past they decided to go on vacation for 2 or 3 weeks out of the summer. I don't think really anybody's done that this year, so I feel really good about where we've been, especially this summer.
Mike, y'all being upperclassmen, what does that mean to you that the younger guys coming in that are working hard and not going on vacation?
It shows that we are having a good leadership impact on them, and it shows that they care about this program and how they want to help work and just play football with us.
What do you think about it, Coach? I mean, are you seeing what your players are seeing as far
absolutely.
As that?
I don't ever want to take away a kid being a kid in the summer, and that's what I tell them. But you go on vacation, But let's pick one. Let's go with family, not girlfriend, not best friend, not and then all of a sudden we've got 7 weeks in the summer and you missed 3 or 4. So, but that has not been an issue with our kids this summer, which shows to me that whether they've got a bad taste in their mouth from how last year went in comparison to maybe year one, or just the type of kids that we have, like something's a little different. Whether that equates to wins and more wins, I have no idea. I wish I could predict that, but I do know that the temperature in our locker room is the best that it's been, and so maybe as a result of leadership, maybe that ends in some more wins on Friday nights.
Who do you play first? Is it Elkmont?
No, we open up with West Limestone.
West Limestone, okay.
Oh, yeah, we're covering that one.
Yeah, and we're opening up with West at home. Coach Davis and I last year changed it from week 10 to the first game of the year to try to start it off. We went to their place last year. They had a huge crowd. I think maybe one of the biggest gates he's ever had, and it's going to be a big gate. Big rivalry. Respect the heck out of what they do over there, man. Their kids are hard nosed, and he does a great job. And we always have our work cut out for us, but we do what we can, and take it step by step, and see what happens. But really looking forward to getting it started. We're nowhere near ready to play, but we're really looking forward to pressing that start button on the season and
smelling that grass because it's 1,000 degrees outside, so it's football season.
Have you guys been playing all 4 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I know that sometimes we were talking to Elkmont yesterday, and he had a player that he was a senior. It was his second year and hadn't played in a while. So, I said, coaches always have these players that they wish they'd had the whole time. So I didn't know if that was the case.
Now, Hayden's been a 3-year starter for us. Mike's been a 2-year starter for us. So they know the ropes, and they're doing a good job of not only doing what they're supposed to do, but also pulling people along with them because, they understand what the expectations are on and off the field. And so they make sure, along with a few other leadership council members, that people are doing the right thing, and that helps when it's a player-led environment more so than just only coaches.
You just said something I call my leadership council. Is that something you have within the team that you physically name leadership council?
Well, so what I learned as a head coach, and we're always learning, was my first year at Ardmore, we were really successful. First time in the playoffs since 2013.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What I didn't realize, you've got a different group of kids, a different group of leaders, and so you can't always just rinse and repeat. You don't change your culture, you don't change your standards, but your approach becomes different. One thing I failed the kids last year was developing leaders. I just asked them to be leaders, and sometimes kids don't understand that. So this offseason, we developed a leadership council that consists of 7 guys. There's one representative from the sophomore class, a couple from the junior class, and a couple from the senior class, and I put some decisions on their shoulders, and I selected a couple of them, and the rest of them they chose themselves, and so we had competition teams this summer where they competed for points, and the winner will be announced next week, and they get a steak dinner from me, and so it's
one's smiling, one's frowning. I see how that's going.
That's one of those deals where everybody on their team, they're responsible for getting on the workouts and making sure it's not an unexcused absence, and making sure they come to community events and things like that to get extra points to win. Well, in the process, it's developed leadership from these guys.
Yeah.
And when you have a player-led locker room, that's where you can start to see success really jump off the page, and that's where I had to learn and then transfer that to them and go back to the drawing board on creating leaders and helping them out and giving them a role on this football team other than being, hey, you're a leader, good luck.
Yeah.
So and I think they enjoy being in that role. I think they take it seriously, and the things I ask them to do, they ponder over it when I ask them to think about stuff, and so they take it the right way.
Start with you, Mike. What position you play?
I play on the offensive line, right guard.
Right guard. How about you?
Inside linebacker.
I'm sorry?
Inside linebacker.
Inside linebacker. Oh, you get hard-nosed stuff going on.
Yes, sir.
All right. That sounds good.
Well, did you have your football for women already?
We did Tuesday night.
How did that go?
Went great. We had about 30, 35 moms, cheerleaders, people in the community show up. Had a good time. Talked about our program a little bit, let them go out and go through some drills, do some one-on-one stuff. So, we had a good time. It's fun. They get to see sort of their kids in a different mindset and sort of get to, be involved in some things that they have to do.
I just flashed back to the Peyton Manning skit on Saturday Night Live with Peyton Manning throwing balls to the kids and hitting them in the head and making them go to the restroom. I was wondering, did you have any mamas running routes and your quarterback throwing it hard, hitting them in the head? And
the thing that we do is we let the mamas be the quarterback, so most of the time the ball doesn't get there, so it doesn't really affect anybody. So, but they have a good time. I mean, we laugh, cut up. You know, you sort of let our hair down, so to speak, a little bit.
Right.
You know, but we have a good time with it.
Cool. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck this year.
Thanks, guys.
Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber-fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. Call 233-4430 or order online at applebees.com and pick your meal up with Carside to go. Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 in Athens, just off I-65. Eating good in the neighborhood. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC. You're listening to the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
And we're back here with East Limestone Indians at their table. Coach Clint Woodfin, head coach of East Limestone High School, Jordan Moore, and Roman Scripture are here with us today. Both the guys seniors?
They are. Roman's third-year starter, wide receiver DB, and then Jordan Moore is wide receiver DB starter as well.
Okay.
Yep.
So wide receiver DB, which one do you like better, wide receiver or defensive back? I know what I'd like better, but
I mean, honestly, like if I'm playing offense, you know, I like offense. Like right. Defense, when it's time for defense, I'm ready to play some defense.
Okay, so
what about the same way? I can't really choose.
Really?
Both
okay.
Excited.
Okay.
As long as you're playing.
As long as you're on the field. That's right. That's right. Coach, how's summer workouts been?
It's been good. Pleased very much with our attendance and commitment, the work we put in. Boys have worked extremely hard this summer. And, so they got the next few days off. They got a long weekend, and we get cranked back up on Monday.
Hey, sweet. So attendance been good. Underclassmen coming in there and learning the ropes, and
so our middle school attendance has been really good. Our varsity attendance has been really good. We've had a couple guys new to the program that have struggled, just like you would anywhere else, just making sure they understand what the commitment level looks like. But all the guys we're going to count on this year have done a really, really good job. Very, very pleased.
And you got Athens to start the season.
We do.
At East Limestone or over here at Athens?
At East Limestone. We got MA first in our preseason jamboree. Okay. And we got Athens following Thursday coming to us. So it's a great way to start the year off. It's great for the community, great for us. We get to see, how we stack up just in terms of, how physical we are, how well we are in terms of executing and knowing our job. And it's always fun going against a really good opponent. Got a lot of respect for Athens and Coach Gross.
The last few years, the games have been extremely tough, extremely fun. Yeah. Crowds have shown up.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And so it's at our place this year. I played on teams that we went into Athens and we played in their stadium. So I'm familiar with that, and so I had an idea about what it was going to be like last year. I've got no idea what it's going to be like this year. So I mean, it's going to be Athens coming to us. It's going to be a lot of excitement. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I know that in times past, when Athens would play East Limestone, when they would practice, I guess it was. Well, I don't guess it mattered where they played, but they would play that over the loudspeaker just to get them used to the band playing that.
That's exactly right, and we've heard other schools do the exact same thing, and I guess that's a good thing. I guess if you keep hearing the chant, that means we're doing some things really, really well. So, but it's part of what makes playing East Limestone really special. I mean, that's one of the signature traits you're going to get when you come play us. You're going to get the war chant, and it's going to be loud, and everybody's going to be yelling.
Did I ask how many upperclassmen seniors you had on your team?
13. We have 13 this year. Okay. So our team is made mostly of our junior senior class together. We've got a very strong junior class. We've got some great leaders and players in our senior class, and that's the group that I think that's where we're going to have that mesh and that marriage at. So we're very pleased with both groups, and are going to lean on both groups for the success of the season.
Okay. The middle school and JV programs looking okay coming up as well?
Very, very pleased as well. Our numbers are up in middle school. I think we got about 50 kids on our 7th and 8th grade team. And and our numbers for our varsity also has went up from last year, so we're very pleased with both.
Now, you came in kind of late as far as coaching, but you guys ought to be nice and settled in with the way you do things by now.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a combination of both how I wanted to go about doing things, and then me understanding what the kids were used to and what they could do. And for our players, I think it was a big adjustment. And we talked earlier about when we were 1-5, we had a player meeting with our coaching staff, and it was during the off week. And one of the things I'm most proud about with that team is we all sat down and we asked the players, what is it that we can do better? What can we change? What are some things that you guys would help you go do your job better? And our players responded. It was awesome. It was really, I feel like that was a changing point, with our team. And so we finished up. We go 4-0. We get into the playoffs, and felt like we had a great end to our season, and which kind of propelled us into this year.
Yeah. Well, now, any pregame rituals that you guys have?
Honestly, pregame, I'm just got my headphones in. I'm just thinking what I got to do. Usually, I try to drink some water, maybe some Gatorade, and that's about it. I'm just focused on the game.
Nothing really out of the ordinary then.
Staying hydrated, that's all that matters.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, for me, I'm trying to remember my job, remember the plays, remember all my routes. I'm listening to Taylor Swift, Adele. I eat a nice meal, drink a lot of water, like Roman said. I just get locked in.
Okay. What about you, Coach?
It is. I don't know. I don't have one. I know, like the morning before, man, I'll go for a run. I'll go through, the day. I'll just go through the checklist, making sure we've got all of the operation stuff done. And it's just basically just relax and get off our feet. We tell the players, get off your feet. Coaches, we're getting off our feet. And, we're just going to kind of relax as much as we can. Usually Friday is pretty routine. There's nothing magic. You're not game planning by Friday. You got everything in. You're ready to go. You're just double checking and make sure things get done, and you just want kickoff to happen. So it makes for a long day.
We're here with Tanner Ratliff, my old alma mater, 1983 graduate. Graduated with your aunt, and your dad was at some of my classes. It's KJ Parham, in case everybody didn't know, and Skylar Townsend, along with Coach Oscar Bonds here. I love the helmets, man. That matte black looks extremely good. Coach, how's the off-season workouts going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. We had about 99% attendance. Kids working hard. Got stronger. We had Max out the other day, and we had a running test, and everybody passed besides, I think, one kid, so we're on the right track.
I remember, how long you been here at Tanner?
Year 6.
Year 6. I remember your first year. You come in and you had a goal to get everybody stronger, to get the weight program going. How do you feel like have you gotten there yet? Or are you still shooting for higher, or what are you thinking about that?
I think you can always improve, but I think we're pretty high on the list. We had Max out, and a lot of guys went up. He went up about 20-30 pounds.
There you go.
He's benching like 270. He ain't with a $160.
I was fitting to say
his body looks a lot better. Both of their bodies look a lot better than it was previous years. So I think they're gonna have a great season, just being more stronger and physical.
Hey, you guys had good season last year, but just some games we were there. You had ups and downs, but this guy right here can run, and this guy right here can run. So, what are you thinking about the senior season for these guys? I'll start with you, Coach.
Well, like he said earlier, sometimes he was kind of hesitant to run, but he's one of the fastest players on the team, if not the fastest. He needs to, if nothing's open, he needs to take off and use his legs. That's another threat. And, you already know he's going to make all the tough catches. Makes the easy ones look hard sometimes, but the tough ones he make look easy. So I expect big things. I think we're going to have a great season, to be honest with you.
You ever, Skylar, you ever wide open, yelling at him? Look at me, or is he always looking for you when you're going down the field?
I mean, he's more than likely looking at me most of the time, so I really don't have to say much, but sometimes, sometimes I'll be open, he don't see me, but, you got to spread the rock everywhere, man.
KJ, does he ever come back to the huddle going, I was open, and you was covered by 3 dudes. Yeah, I know, but I was still open.
Yeah, it's been some time. I want to say it was one game. It was what year? It was our 10th grade year. I want to say we played against Clemens, and it was 3-on-1, and he was down there, so I just threw it up, and he still caught it. So, so he got my trust. So
that's good. That's good. Coach, you said off-season workout's been going good. Who you got first game?
You talking about Paul Jamboree?
Whichever you want to talk about.
Jamboree play Elkmont, and then first game we open up with Lauderdale.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be a big game. Both of them big games, county game, and just plan on playing our starters to have everybody get some experience.
You mentioned Lauderdale. I got the twitch.
Oh yeah. Lauderdale, that's a big game. We owe them some get back, but it's really gonna come down to us playing defense. We play defense, we'll be fine.
Yeah. The offense will come along just fine.
I feel pretty good about offense. We're starting 10 seniors on offense, so.
I'm reminiscing more than I am interviewing.
I'd ask the East Limestone kids, any pregame rituals you guys have?
None really. We just go out there and we focus. Well, we focus before the game, then when it's game time, we just ready to go.
All right.
Just the music until game time, and just
you get the earbuds in.
What's the music? What music? Any certain one? Anything?
Take back old school sometime. Anything we got. Just on the speaker, chilling, and then time to play. It's time to play.
Singing a little Phil Collins.
A lot of Phil Collins right there. Sounding good too. Coach, you ready for the season? Ready to get it kicked off and get it going?
Oh yeah. Of course, what I'm saying, I've been with these guys since they were 7th graders. This is the first class I came in with, so I'm excited to play with these. Go out here and coach these kids for their last year.
I can tell you the field looks good.
It's pretty good on that board.
Oh, okay.
I tell them, man. I spin that thing up more.
It shows, man.
Spinning that thing.
The field looks really good. So, all right, guys. Hey, good luck this year. Go Rattlers.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing, let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands, Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or a festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298.
Takes the snap. He's going to roll out to the far side. He's going to throw it off his back foot deep. He's got a man. Touchdown! James Clemens!
Be listening for James Clemens High School football this coming season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device or on your Play Action Sports app and later on demand. You can also hear the replays Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clemens Jets football this coming season from Play Action Sports. Welcome back to the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
And we're back with Shelby Davis, head coach of the West Limestone Wildcats, along with Easton Smith, Peyton Ridgway. I know there's been a few Ridgways out there in West Limestone. One or two. Coach, you've always your program's been good here the last few years since you came. What you guys looking like this year?
We've got a good group of core seniors that's been together for 6 years now. Been with these coaches for 6 years. There's a lot of strong relationships within players and coaches, and and them between themselves. I think going 5-5 the last two seasons, these guys are pretty hungry to get that changed and get in the playoffs and compete for a region title. Just all the goals that we set, and I think they're just real hungry and really kind of tuned in to what it takes to get that stuff done, because these guys were freshmen on that 11-2 team, and they've seen what it takes and they know what it takes. But it's one thing to know it and talk about it. You got to go out there and you got to be about it.
Right. We talked about it last week? No, at the Mud Volleyball Tournament. Close enough to last week. Replacing your quarterback. How's that coming?
It's progress, process. He's new to everything, and he's got not only learn the plays but learn the terminology, and so he's kind of behind in that. aspect of it. But look, he's in there in the coach's office after every practice, trying to get it, learn it, and figure it out. And man, I'll tell you, our kids have always, welcomed any kind of move in or any kind of new guy to the program, and that says a lot about your kids. It's not like that everywhere. Somebody moves in from the outside, a lot of people kind of, man, who's this guy? These guys, they don't care. If you can come in and you can help us win and you're going to hold the standard that we hold, we're going to love you. But it's just a process. He'll get it figured out. He's a smart kid and he's a hard worker, and we're glad to have him.
All right, to the seniors here, summer workouts. What's been your highlight, your fun? What's thoughts on your workouts before the season starts?
They've been real tough, but Coach Davis is pushing us to be better, and we're shooting to go more than 5-5 this season. So he's pushing us in the weight room, out of the weight room, and it's been fun.
Good. How about you, Easton?
Really just we've gotten tougher, I think, since middle school year, 8th grade. He's like Peyton says, we kind of want to be. We want him to be hard on us, because we're tired of 5-5, like he said, and we're just trying to go out there and prove everybody wrong and make the playoffs.
Well, I asked Coach Parker this yesterday, and I want to get you guys, players, thoughts on this. There's kind of a stigma. Yesterday, we went across the river for that media day. There's kind of a stigma about going across the river to play. And Coach Parker gave me a very diplomatic answer yesterday when I asked him. But what are y'all's thoughts about playing those teams across the river?
It's real tough to play away from home, but if we push and we get gritty, we play real football, we have a really good chance to win those games.
I embrace the challenge to go across the river, as you say. I like playing in away games, I like coming in there, and getting a win because it just feels that much greater, and yeah.
Central has always been kind of a nip and tuck with y'all, or lately anyway. But yeah, like I said, there's always been something different once you cross that river, and some people think something and some people think others, but the players are the ones that have to go out there and make the plays. So
we want it to be different for them when they come across that river too.
That's right. And Coach said Lauderdale County had to come to them this year. So it was just the thing of getting the confidence, where you can get over that hump.
Oh yeah, no, we embrace the challenge. This is tough physical ball over there, and when I got here, I realized that real quick, and I said we better be able to match it or do better, or else we're going to struggle. But these guys, they're up for the challenge.
Oh man, we wish y'all all the luck and best wishes, and hope them bounces goes your way.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com. You're listening to the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Ladies and gentlemen, Coach A.J. Daugherty, the head softball coach at UAB, the Blazers, UAB Blazers. Coach, welcome to the show, man. Welcome back, I think.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm glad to be back on with you guys. I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you joining us, man. Last time I think we was in a little closet up there at Wallace State, been able to do the radio show during regionals.
That sounds right.
That's cool. So how was UAB nowadays?
It's been good. It's this first year was quite a adjustment for all of us. You know, me trying to adjust to the new compliance stuff, and I'm not used to having someone tell me how long I can practice.
Really?
So, just trying to keep up with NCAA compliance really for the first time was probably the biggest adjustment on my end.
So Wallace State was not affected as much by the compliance rules and practice limitations and stuff, or?
Correct. Yeah, the Wallace State is governed by the National Junior College Athletic Association, so the NJCAA, and the NCAA is what I moved into, and the rules are quite different, and there are quite a few more at my level now.
Wow. So did you ever get the idea just to tell the NCAA to stick it and I'm going to practice as long as I want to? Or
well, I kind of like my job.
I dare you to report me.
Job, yeah.
That's something Todd would say, but he's not here, so somebody's got to say it for him.
Yeah.
How was your first year at UAB, Coach?
I thought it went pretty well. We spent most of the fall just trying to figure each other out. I would say even the early part of the spring, we went to Middle Tennessee State there during our spring break, which was mid-March, and lost 2 out of 3. We lost an extra inning game that I felt like we probably should have pulled out, and then won the third game of the series. And after that, something just changed. I felt like we started pulling the rope the same direction. Everybody sort of bought in and got on board, and we saw some good results. And won 5 of our last 6 conference series, and was able to secure the 2 seed, so finished in the regular season standing in second place, and went to Charlotte, who wound up winning the conference for the final weekend series with an opportunity. The ball was in our court. It was in our hands, and wasn't able to pull it out. We won 1 out of 3. And so, overall, I thought it was a pretty good first year.
That's good.
Absolutely. For those people, Coach, that don't know, I mean, Middle Tennessee played Alabama to the bitter end. Shoulda, coulda, woulda advanced instead of Alabama. So it's getting to be a very competitive conference. But I also want to throw this out there too for those of you guys that are listening and don't know Coach here. last year, we play for the Sparks here for Coach Stewart here, Slade, and we started going to camps last year. But I had to email because my daughter's just an 8th grader, so we go down to Coach's camp in the off season. I think it was December or sometime down there, and she got to participate in Coach Daugherty's camp down there at UAB.
Oh,
and
sweet!
When we left there, I asked her, and we went to about 4 or 5 more. I said, well, rank your top 4 camps. And she goes, they're hitting the top 4. It's the top 1. She goes, I love coaching. I love UAB, Daddy. I don't think I want to go anywhere else. So I can't tell people out there enough how good going to these camps and just seeing where you really are and where you really need to be as a young player is. And with Coach Daugherty, he does such a good job at UAB. You'd be remiss not to drive, what is it, Tom, maybe an hour and a half minutes down there to get there. So
unless you get hung in one of them traffic jams.
We'll get off on 31. Get off on 31, hit it. We're good.
Yeah.
Coach, I appreciate you letting us come, and we'll be back.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, camps are a huge deal. They're an opportunity on both ends. They're an opportunity for us to put kids in controlled situations, and we dictate that. We make it look just like we want it to look. And so, if you leave there and we haven't seen what we wanted to see, that's our fault. And then, from the student athlete perspective, they, what we want them to see is, what does it look like to be a part of this? How would you be coached if you chose our program? How do we interact amongst each other? As a lot of times there will be some of our kids there, and how do we interact with them? And I think that is a huge part of the decision when a student athlete gets to that point is, is this somewhere that I can go and be happy? Is this somewhere that fits me? And I think that people, they miss that a lot. And I used to preach that a lot at Wallace State because I'm going, hey guys, JUCO's a great route. You need to give it some consideration because a lot of times it's really about the fit. And, I would argue the same thing at UAB. Don't get me wrong. I grew up an Alabama fan like, half the state or more did. But, some places fit you financially, some places fit you personally, some places fit you academically, and you need to try to go somewhere where you can check as many of those boxes as you can.
The one thing I remember about Coach Tom is Lily, he asked my daughter, what grade are you in? She goes, I'm in 8th grade. Coach Tom said, I don't know where I'll be by the time you graduate. I
think I said I'll probably be fired by then.
That's right.
I've always heard there are 2 kinds of coaches, those that have been fired and those that are about to be. Yeah. And so, when people tell me they're that young, I'm like, oh, baby, they'll be tired of me here by then.
Well, we sure hope you are.
UAB is a great school. Ladies and gentlemen, I neglected to mention our sponsor. We are currently in the special guest segment sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing with A.J. Daugherty, the head coach of UAB softball. And my daughter went to UAB, Coach, and when she went down there for the marching band camp, as soon as she got finished with the marching band camp, she knew exactly where she was going to school.
Yeah, it's a different atmosphere. I'm from the middle of nowhere, guys. I'm originally from a place called Leroy, Alabama. It's about an hour north of Mobile. There are 2 red lights in our entire county, and neither are in Leroy. So, for me, that's a huge difference in what I grew up in and now where I go to work every day. But it's a different dynamic. We sort of have this bubble right off of the interstate there that, although it's in Birmingham, when you get on campus, sometimes you don't really feel like, other than hearing a siren or 2, you don't really know you're in Birmingham. We have great athletic facilities, a lot of buzz going on right now. Of course, Andy Kennedy is rocking and rolling with basketball, went to the NIT championship, probably got hosed a little bit on the bubble for the field of 64. And then Trent Dilford's our new football coach. There's a lot of buzz about that. I mean, he's just a Super Bowl champion quarterback.
Yeah.
He texted me the other day when I was announced as the Conference USA Coach of the Year, and I immediately looked at my assistant coach, and I was like, I don't think I've ever gotten a text from a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So that, there's just a lot of cool things. And UAB is the 8th ranked public school in America academically.
Yeah.
So, it's just, there's a lot of really positive things and cool things about my job, and it doesn't make it quite as hard to sell as you might think. And I'd like to think that here soon, our product on the field will be speaking for it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, for those of you listening, it's a real simple get to the softball stadium at UAB. It's one turn, two turns. You're there. It's cheap tickets. Yeah. It's a great product. You need to go watch them play because you can be home or be at one of my favorite places, Full Moon Barbecue, within 5 minutes. So just head down there.
Heck yeah.
Or you can go to Dreamland right down the street.
Dreamland, that's what I was going to say. But,
awesome.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
No,
Coach,
sir.
Congratulations on the award. I didn't realize you were the Coach of the Year. So
yeah, and what means the most to me about the award was all of the 10 head coaches vote on it. You can't vote for yourself, and so it meant a lot to me that my peers thought that. I didn't know if I was necessarily deserving. I could have thought of 2 or 3 other people that were just as deserving as I was, in my opinion. And so when they announced it, man, it just knocked my socks off. So I was very, very flattered and humbled by it. And we actually also had the Conference Player of the Year. She was our starting catcher, and, obviously very excited for her too.
Back with more of our Tailgate Talk conversation after this. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State Hometown Team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
The world is changing. Changes.
The Tailgate Talk app has changed. It's got a new name and a new look. It's now known as PAS Plus, and it's your home for Applebee's Tailgate Talk, along with James Clemens Sports and Calhoun Basketball.
Change, never heard, huh?
Look for the download links at pasnetwork.net or tailgatetalk.net. PAS Plus, Play Action Sports, plus a little extra. PAS Plus from Play Action Sports. We continue with our conversation on the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC. So talk about your journey from Leroy, Alabama to UAB.
Well, so I was always going to be a high school baseball coach and social studies teacher. That was just what was in the cards for me. And you know the old saying, if you want to hear God laugh, just tell him what you got.
What your plans are, exactly. Yes.
Right. So I go to Shelton State right out of high school. And finishing my freshman year up there, my high school baseball coach calls me one day. His name is Danny Powell. He's won 4 or 5 state championships in baseball and 4 or 5 in football. And everywhere he goes, the dude just wins down in our neck of the woods. And, of course, he's a big role model for me. And so he calls me and he says, hey, man, you need to go talk to my brother. He's just gotten the head softball coaching job at Shelton State. And they don't have a paid assistant. So he's going to be looking for some student help. And I said, Coach Powell, I am flattered that you called me, but there's no way I'm coaching softball. I'm not a softball guy. I know nothing about it. You know, I'm a baseball guy. It doesn't matter if you're coaching chess. If you've got collegiate coaching experience on your resume, you're going to have a leg up on, everyone else in the interview process. So I reluctantly go see his brother. His brother, for whatever reason, takes a chance on somebody that probably really wasn't a lot of help to him. And so I spent a year as a student assistant at Shelton, finished up there. After some point at a 2-year school, that you've taken all the classes that you can transfer. I'm dating a girl at the time who is roommates with the starting catcher for Alabama. And so we're over at their apartment one night, and I said, hey, I need you to get me a meeting with Coach Murphy, talking to the roommate. And she says, why? And I said, I'm going to work for him. And she kind of laughs, and she goes, he's not going to hire you. And I said, you just get the meeting set up, and I'll handle the rest of it.
Let me worry about that.
Right. So I go see him, and he gives me an opportunity on no pay, no scholarship to come work in the fall. And so I'm working at a movie gallery, and I'm a work study on campus, and I'm trying to make my hours with him. Must have done a decent job. He wound up putting me on full scholarship for the last year and a half of my 4-year degree in Tuscaloosa. And so I get done with that. A local high school, a little 1A school in Tuscaloosa, reaches out to him looking for a recommendation to hire a coach. He recommends me, and so I coach high school ball in Tuscaloosa at 2 different places for the next 3 years. Then I get the opportunity to come to James Clemens in 2012 and open that school and start that program. So, from there, I was there 4 years, I think. Then I took the Wallace job, was there for 6 years, and here I am now. So still paying the bills somehow.
Well, now, why were you hesitant to coach softball?
I knew nothing about it.
It looks like being a baseball coach, you might have a little bit of a clue, but hey, I'm not a coach, so I don't know.
I'll be frankly honest with you. At the time in my hometown, we had just transitioned from slow pitch to fast pitch. And unfortunately, and I hate to even say this, but unfortunately, it was just not taken seriously by anybody in the community. They played at a rundown rec field. So, and I played high school baseball, so I didn't get to go watch them. Not only were they not on campus, but we were playing and practicing a lot of the time that they were. So I had, honestly, guys, the first fast pitch softball game I watched, from the first pitch to the last pitch, I coached first base in. I'd never been around it. I'd never seen it.
Sounded like Jerry Clower. Yeah. First college football game I ever saw, I played in it.
Yeah. I wish I could make as much.
But we're talking about that. We've got a good travel ball coach where we play. Like I said before, Slade Stewart. He was a college baseball.
Guy.
He was a college baseball player, like Coach was.
Yeah.
And he's one of the greatest around as far as being able to teach the game and know what situations. And I think that's a great thing to do. You got that baseball background, and I love baseball.
Yeah.
But I can watch 20 college softball games a day. It's just I guess because my kids play.
Yeah.
But, man, it's just quicker and it's fun to watch. And I don't know.
Well, I always describe it to people as it is way more spectator friendly. You don't have that. Like I went and watched a baseball game the other night at Trash Panthers. I enjoyed it. But, you get a 2-hop ground ball to the third base. He comes through it. He sets his feet. He shuffles twice as he pats his glove twice, throws it across the diamond, and he still gets the hitter by 2 steps.
Yeah.
It's like that don't happen in our sport.
No, it does not.
There's not that kind of time in our sport. Yeah. You better push through that ball, throw that ball on the run, and it's going to be bang, bang at first base. And people enjoy that. That's why it's spectator.
Yeah, I totally agree.
We got you, Coach. There you are.
You're going to see the popularity just rocket.
Yes.
Continue to rocket.
Yeah.
Now, what's some of the speed of your pitchers that they're throwing now?
UAB, we don't have anybody just lighting it up. We're 63, 64, and below. I'd say we might have had a kid touch 65 once this year. Most of them are right there around that 62, 63 mark. And every now and then on a cold day, we're probably more like 60, 61.
Gotcha.
But now we're rolling out there at times, and you're seeing 67, 68. That's not that uncommon anymore.
I still think it's about, you know, man, I think Greg Maddox is, I'm going to compare baseball again. He could hit his spots. And trust me, you go play against teams that's got girls that throw it just 60 that can hit a spot and throw a curve or a change. Oh, it sure is a difference maker. That's I think that's more what it's about.
When we got to UAB, you know, we didn't know any of these kids. We didn't recruit them. And so one of the incoming freshmen was sort of sold as a utility kid that could pitch. Well, she's 60, 61. True freshman, goes out there and wins double-digit games for us this year. She's on the all-freshman team, and we're talking about 2 pitches, guys. We're talking 61-mile-an-hour fastball and an all-speed pitch. Like in any camp.
Coach, isn't it funny how you talk to some parents and they tell you that their kid has 6 or 7 pitches? And I'm like you, I'm thinking, man, fastball and change, that's what else?
So when I was at James Clemens, we had a young lady named Aubrey James. She played for me there. She was the Class 7A Pitcher of the Year my last year at JC, and she threw 2 pitches, and it was a fastball that truly right off the end of her finger, so it had a little peel drop action to it. So I guess you could argue it was more of a peel drop than a fastball, but fastball, and she had a Mickey Mouse changeup that, you know, she didn't slow her body down far, and we wore people out with a fastball in, a fastball out, and a changeup.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That sounds good.
That's all you need.
I remember Coach Keenum out here at Athens State before. Well, it wasn't Athens State. It was Athens at the time. But fast pitch had not reached the college level yet. So they were playing fast pitch at Athens, and this was years ago. But I went to see a couple of games, and, buddy, them girls towed that rubber, and that ball's hissing it on the way to the catcher, and you can hear it from the bleachers.
That's right. Yeah. But rewinding back what Coach just said when he said Leroy, the first thing I thought of when he said Leroy, because I'm a football coach, was Coach Powell, the Leroy Bears, and Coach with that windbreaker when they go to state championship games. I can still see him standing on the sidelines when we go watch Leroy play for the state title.
Listen, that dude is one of a kind.
Yes,
he is one of a kind.
Yes, sir.
Look, last time I saw him, he was coaching now. He was headed to practice, I think. He was in gym shorts, Crocs. I'm pretty sure his cleanest, dirty, dry fit practice shirt. Yeah. And he had on a pair of reading glasses around it. They were hanging around his neck from what I'm sure was a football cleat shoelace.
Yeah. That's awesome.
He is in that category of don't really care what you think about him, and he plays the old dumb country guy. He plays that up a little bit, but underneath that unshaven face and uncombed hair is a mastermind.
Yes, I totally agree.
It reminds me a lot of Coach Leach.
Very much a mad scientist behind that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
If he came on here and talked for about 5 minutes and you didn't know who he was, you'd probably think, we had the wrong. There's no way that guy has more state championship rings than he has fingers, because he would be like, we've been all right, and we just do what we can with what we've got. Just an old laid back country guy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So something has happened here. Something has come to our producer's mind. So
I'm assuming y'all play in the fall too.
We do.
Okay. Is there anything different about, other than maybe weather conditions, about playing in the fall and spring?
Well, yeah. So the fall, we use it. I mean, it is an exhibition season. It's really glorified scrimmages. Sometimes you'll see. I mean, sometimes it will be very much like that. Like we'll go play somebody sometimes, and they'll come over and go, Coach, if it's okay with you, we want to start the third inning with a runner at first. The fourth inning with runners at second and third. Both teams will get it. It's really not about the scoreboard as much as it is put in different situations, trying to get everybody some pitching time, some playing time, and you really want to come out of the fall understanding what you have.
That's cool.
Really like spring football.
That sounds good. Coach, thank you so much for joining us, man. It's been a hoot. Wish you guys best of luck on next year, and
Go Blazers, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for having us on.
Thanks so much.
And you're going to have to hook me up with Coach Dilfer too.
You got it.
Now he's trying to throw shade. So
awesome. See you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. See you.
Thank y'all.
All righty. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Coach A.J. Daugherty. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands, Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or a festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
The Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship has been set up to honor the legacy of Bama Zach Green, a huge fan of the Crimson Tide, along with Limestone County sports. The scholarship will go each year to a male and female athlete from Limestone County. Checks should be made out to Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship and can be sent in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613. Donations can also be made in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. Thank you for showing your support for local athletes by giving to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Check out the WKAC sports page. Go to WKAC1080.com and click on the WKAC sports icon. You can listen to the current sports stream as well as game archives, past coaches shows, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk on demand. If you're on your smartphone, you can stay automatically updated as new items are posted. The WKAC sports page. Another reason why your best source for Limestone County sports is WKAC1080.com and 1080 WKAC. You're listening to the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Superstars, national champions, world champions, the Athens High School cheerleader team.
Hey there.
And Coach Nicole Stockman. You know what we got to do now?
What?
Every year before you go to the Nationals, you got to come on Tailgate Talk because we are the reason y'all won.
You're right.
It's a good look.
Yeah. You're exactly right.
That's the way it kind of works, girls.
That's the way it works. You know, y'all be in college, you still got to come back to support. Y'all are here now. So we're just playing. Yeah. I'm pulling a Todd. That's something Todd would have said. No.
Yeah. But congratulations to all y'all. Phenomenal. I was just telling the girls off air. Yeah. Flipping channels, having run across it. Their competition, saw them accept their award. James Clemens accept theirs. Saw the end of their competition.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Did you see them fling one?
Yeah.
You seen some fly?
Some fly.
All right.
But just it was, growing up here in Athens. I mean, I've lived here. All of us lived here our whole lives and stuff. And obviously, y'all haven't. Y'all's young, tender age. That's a huge, huge deal. And I hope that y'all's classmates in school and your friends have recognized it, have they?
Yeah, I think the whole community's been really proud of us and accepting of us this time.
Okay. This time?
Yes.
Yeah. But girls, we were talking about that off air. We were talking about how, and you know what? I love the fact that y'all feel
like that. Nobody cares about cheer. Nobody gives us credit. Nobody thinks that we do anything. When in fact it's very athletic. It's very, very hard work. It takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah, it does.
There's so many different things that y'all have to be able to do to bring the whole deal together. From the dancing to the choreography part, everybody staying on time. To me, it's just amazing. And then the strength that y'all are able to do and catch each other and whatever. So, but you know what? As long as y'all got that chip, that means y'all are just going to push it that much further
now
to show everybody.
The first young lady that spoke was Sarah Beth Maloney. And the lady that's holding the microphone right here is Kaylin Schwartz. So you get to talk now, Kaylin.
I was just going to say, speaking off of you, last year after coming in second at Nationals, it was a devastating heartbreak for us. And this year, the amount of support we had coming from back home was crazy. I mean, they fed us. Everybody was watching us live. It was just crazy to see our classmates watching it during school. And just the support we had was incredible.
That's awesome. So now, do you think they were more supportive because they got the chance to get out of classwork and just watch y'all on TV? Or no, I'm teasing y'all. I'm teasing y'all. So what grades are y'all in?
I'm in 10th grade currently.
I'm currently in 11th grade.
Okay, so both y'all are coming back. Mm-hmm. So have another opportunity to defend those championships.
I hope so.
How exciting is that?
It's very exciting. We're kind of a young team this year, but I think that we can do it again.
Yeah, well, absolutely. You've done it once. Why not do it twice, maybe the third time in a row? What do you think, Coach?
I definitely think last year we had 14 seniors that were on the mat out of 29 girls. So I think everybody kind of knew it was our year. We knew we were going to go down there and have a really good chance at winning.
At least, yeah.
This year we did lose those 14 seniors, but we got a great group of 8th graders. We got some new girls that came out, and they're already looking really good. So
well, it's amazing to be that young and already that successful.
I know, right?
Fearless. Do y'all feel that pressure? I mean, do you?
I definitely think the talent that was in the senior class was insane. But I think that we have the hard work and the dedication that maybe we can live up to that by the time Nationals comes around.
Yeah. Speak a little bit about that hard work. Take us through a typical practice that Coach puts y'all through without using the bad words. We can't use them on TV.
Yeah, we know Coach curses, so bless her heart.
Yeah, you can tell us when Coach leaves. You can tell us. We all play ball. We know what it's like. But
Well, we start practicing 2.5 hours, 5 days a week, pretty early on, and that really doesn't ever stop. I think we have maybe 5 weeks off out of the whole year.
Total.
But I mean,
and not in a row.
We get like 3 weeks in the summer and maybe one after tryouts and then spring break. We do get spring break off this year.
Well, that's very nice of you, Coach. Wow.
My son plays baseball in Mississippi, so
there's the real reason. She just happens to be
that's right. I remember that.
But you know what? At least she's not. Well, I'm just gonna find me an assistant to come in and make them work. So at least she's giving all y'all a break. Nice. So good for y'all.
We get a week over Christmas break off, but we do 5 tucks every day. We have to send in a video. So
5 what?
To show that you're working.
Standing tucks every day.
Like a backflip.
Oh, it's like a standing tuck backflip. Okay, gotcha.
I used to do that.
It's not what you wear to prom.
No.
Not that kind of tux. No. Well, how cool was it being down there? And how many teams were y'all competing against?
In our division this year, there were only 5 in the Nationals, and then there were only 3 in Worlds because you have to qualify for Worlds the year before.
Oh, a year before.
So y'all qualified for Worlds by getting second
last year.
So I'm going to ask something stupid. So if it's a year before, then does that mean that potentially a lot of teams that are coming back to compete the following year aren't even the same squad?
Correct. It's not the same squad.
Wow.
We weren't the same squad.
You weren't even near close to the same squad.
Well, and then if you, like this year, losing 14 seniors, if I didn't go next year in the same division, which is Super Varsity, we couldn't compete in Worlds.
Wow.
So it kind of forces you to not constantly bounce around in different divisions. Oh. You have to take the kids you have and get them ready for the right division.
So she said super varsity.
Which means we have 30 girls on the mat.
Oh, okay. Is that the only thing that makes you super versus regular varsity is the amount of girls?
Yes, number of girls. If there's 24 girls to 30 girls, you're super varsity. 23 down to 18's large. And then there's medium, and then there's small.
Okay.
That's why we didn't go up against James Clemens, because they competed small varsity, where we competed super varsity.
That was the question we asked. Mm-hmm. How in the world can Athens and James Clemens both win the world?
Right.
And Todd said probably just because they're 1-7A.
Well, I was just going back. I knew different divisions.
It's squad size.
But it's squad size.
So,
I learned
so basically those 14 seniors kind of laid that groundwork for y'all to be able to have the success y'all did this year, did y'all get what did y'all get for winning? Obviously, you get a big trophy and all that, but I'm talking about
the jacket.
All right, so let me ask you this:
that's one of them old school red. That's one of them old school '80s.
That's
satin.
1980s.
Ric
That's
Flair wore to the wrestling ring jacket.
That's that white jacket she was talking about last time.
Yes, it is.
So my question is, did those seniors get?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just for laying that groundwork.
Everybody that competed this year, when we won, we all got white jackets.
Okay, awesome.
And then next year, we have to win or we don't get them.
Right. That is awesome. Do y'all wear y'all around proudly? Or do y'all keep
you don't want to get them dirty.
Yeah,
I was going to say white. I don't know why. White looks awesome.
But
my
room. Mine hangs in my room.
I don't blame you.
I get to wear it. I like it.
Yeah. White with me would be dirty within 5 minutes and ruined. I'd spill something or get something on it. They'd be over.
We call him Todd the Bod. He used to be Todd the Pigpen.
Still am.
I'm just kidding, brother. You know that.
I'm a slob.
We'll be back with more of our Tailgate Talk conversation after this. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. Call 233-4430 or order online at Applebee's.com and pick your meal up with Carside to go. Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 in Athens, just off I-65. Eating good in the neighborhood. With all the technology around us today, it's hard to keep up. Goldsmith Technical Services specializes in residential and commercial computer and electronics repair, automation, IT services, and home theater systems and audiovisual services. Goldsmith Technical Services. Call or text 256-203-4226. Visit them on Facebook or online at goldsmithtechnical.com. Let them tailor a package that meets your needs. Goldsmith Technical Services, 256-203-4226.
Bring the man in motion across the line of scrimmage. They give it to him on the sweep play. He's outside, got a little bit of room now. Down the sideline, cuts it back. He's angling for the end zone, and he will score. Wow. Touchdown.
Join us this football season for Limestone County Football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Limestone County Football from Play Action Sports and 1080 WKAC. We continue with our conversation on the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Either one of y'all have a favorite aspect of the whole competition? Is it the cheer part, the tumbling, the dance part?
I definitely think I can go stunning, but I think just doing the routine as a whole and the feeling of hitting it, the trust and the hard work that it takes.
A lot of trust.
For 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and then finally knowing that you did it, I think that's got to be my favorite part.
I think my favorite would be like when you hit your stunts and the crowd goes wild. I mean, they go insane. And just that feeling, that adrenaline rush, knowing like you and your teammates, all this hard work has finally paid off. You hit the routine, you hit zero. Like that, I don't think you can trade that for anything.
How many times do you think that y'all, the routine that you're taking to Nationals or wherever, how many times prior to that do you think y'all have done it, Coach?
Well, we used to do
2,000, 5,000.
Oh, my God. How many times did we do
that's what I'm saying.
the routine?
Like, just so you're not even thinking about it, right? Because y'all don't even think about it. At some point, it's just muscle memory, right?
I would say we probably go full out 2 to 3 times a practice. And going full out means music comes on. You have to do every single aspect of that routine.
Boom, boom.
So 2 to 3 times a day, 5 days a week. Start going full out probably in September, and we go all the way through February.
Wow. So y'all, by the time it's time to hit it, y'all just don't even think about it, right? You just do it.
Well, that's the thing that we constantly remind ourselves is like every aspect of it, you cannot go into autopilot. If you go into autopilot, somebody's going to get hurt. You got to make sure you're focusing and keep your head in the moment. Your adrenaline's going to get the best of you.
Yeah.
So just stay in the moment and do what you're supposed to.
So when do next competitions start?
So usually we have a regional competition at the end of October, and then we have another regional competition sometime in November. And then we have to do super regionals. So the 2 regional competitions are how we qualify for nationals.
Okay.
And then our super regional competition's always in November, and that's how we qualify for state, which is in December, and then nationals is in February.
And where are the regionals usually held?
One regional's held in Huntsville. Everything else is in Birmingham.
Okay. Wow. So traveling wherever.
On a cheese wagon.
Yeah.
On a cheese wagon.
Typically with my husband driving.
Oh, wow. Where was the Nationals held?
Orlando.
That's right. I remember. Yep.
I can't believe y'all haven't seen the video. Or, I mean,
No,
they
not
send
yet.
y'all? Did they not send y'all the show once it's completed
So,
in DVD form or something?
When they air it on ESPN, usually I'll get an email that they're going to rerun the Nationals competition on ESPN, but I haven't gotten that yet.
Okay.
I mean, now, of course, we had parents that videoed, so I mean, we've got to go back and watch it. And at Nationals, I think they were probably more upset because they didn't hit perfect. We had a mistake both days, but yet they won anyway because their routine was so difficult. So then when we went into Worlds, Nationals is split by D1 and D2, which is the size of your school. So that's kind of where the 6A and 7A come in, because if you have more than 1,300 students at your school, you're D1. If you have under 1,300, you're D2.
Oh, okay.
So Athens is still D2. But for Worlds, it doesn't matter. Everybody is all in there together. So we were the only D2 super varsity team that qualified for Worlds.
That's awesome, girl.
Everybody else was D1 super varsity. And so winning that, the girls hit flawless. They were perfect. That was the way to end the season. It was fantastic.
So, all right, when say you've had the all right. Well, for two questions. One, when you're in the middle of the competition, you're obviously focused on what it is you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it, when to do it, and all that good stuff. Do you, whether it's in the corner of your eye or whatever, do you know sometimes like she didn't make it, she didn't hit her mark or whatever? And does that moving forward in that competition get in your mind? And then afterwards, is there accountability?
Oh, don't ask them what I said.
Okay.
You're not supposed to let it affect your routine, but I think knowing that there's a chance that you are going to lose because of something, like I think that has to affect a little bit of it, even though you're not supposed to.
And y'all have to remember, of course, the judges know, coaches know, y'all know. For a viewer like me, I mean, unless somebody's off by like 1 second or something so obvious, you know what I mean? Like, just the typical viewers, I can go, oh my God, can you believe she did that? She missed her spot, or what, we wouldn't know that. But obviously, y'all do. And definitely for the worst part, coach knows. So.
When they came off day 2, I literally looked at them and said, well, y'all just gave it away.
Oh, really?
Oh, I told them they lost.
Wow. Don't mince words there, Coach.
Everybody has that hope in the back of their mind, like maybe we're going to pull it off, maybe it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Luckily it did.
But testament to y'all for having such a hard routine, like you said, Coach. That having that hard routine, obviously with the judges, made it like, well, you know what, it was so hard that little mistake didn't really matter here or there. So maybe that's the way to approach it, right? Just man.
Well, ideally, the way would be have a hard routine and actually hit it.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Right.
Which obviously y'all did in the world, right? I mean,
right, yeah.
Like,
they
boom.
did. Yeah.
So.
Well, now, do you know you can't depend on the other squads messing up, or do you even know how difficult their routine is going to be?
Not usually. So the first day of Nationals is semis, and that's where you have to qualify to get into finals. And so only 3 teams out of our division qualified to come out of semis and go into finals. And the only team that had as much difficulty in their routine as us didn't make it out of semis because they had so many mistakes.
Wow.
So going into finals, I knew the team that we were kind of worried about wasn't there. So it was theirs for the picking as long as they hit, but then they had a pretty severe mistake on finals, and so that's the reason I told them. I was like, nope.
Wow. Oh.
Well, you said the top 3. Now, do they cut off at 3, or do you have to have a certain benchmark that you make?
It depends on how many. Like James Clemens had 100 and something teams in their division.
Okay.
And so they had prelims, and they had 5 different groups, A, B, C, D, and E of prelims. Yeah. And there were like 25 in each group. They would take half. So they took 12 from Group A, 12 from Group B, and then they dropped and went to semis. And out of all those, they took half. And then you go to finals.
That's how they got down. Okay.
Cool.
Well, I mean,
I got you.
How do y'all feel about, being in a sport that is a judge sport? Like, we're sitting here watching basketball games. Obviously, the team with the most points wins, right? I mean, you got officials in there that might make a call that affect the game here or there. But has it ever happened to y'all where y'all either lost or maybe possibly won where you're like, wow, that judge did this or that?
The Russian judge give you a 7.5.
Yeah.
Last year, we hit a perfect routine both days at Nationals and lost by 0.2. So we lost by 0.3. We won by 0.2 this year. We lost by 0.3 last year, and it was definitely heartbreaking to know we did everything we could, and it still wasn't enough for the judges.
And after day one, they were in first by 1.6, and they did the exact same thing on day two that they did on day one.
So nothing should have changed.
Nothing should have changed. But it did.
But it being objective like it is.
We got beat. And so that was, I would say last year the judges caused us to lose, and this year the judges caused us to win.
It definitely goes either way. It can.
But I've always wondered about that. Like, any type of sport, ice skating or whatever, gymnastics, that I don't care how good you do in the routine, you might nail every aspect of it. You still got to wait for the judge to come along and say, hey, 10.0 or whatever. That would be brutal. I don't know the guys could take that. I don't know.
Well, it's that way every year whenever the committee selects the playoff teams. They're like,
oh, that's true. Yeah.
Like, are we in and they're in? But, going back to what you just mentioned about James Clemens and how they did those divisions, and obviously that's kind of the way you have to do it when you have that many teams involved. But obviously there's probably, say, a team in Group B that was much better than the team in Group A that went on and moved, but the team in Group B didn't get selected.
It could happen
that
for
would drive
sure.
me crazy if I was. That's so much hard work to be left out. When you as an athlete know and you can look and see, we're way better than them.
Right. It is luck of the draw as far as like which group you get put in.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're right. You can have 10 of the absolute best in that division in the same pool.
Wow.
And that's unfortunate.
And then unfortunately 4 or 5 of the better teams are gone.
Yep. It could happen. Yeah.
Wow.
You
is there a team that, a judge that is there, or maybe two, there every year that you think, oh man?
Not really. The judges that I know that are there are big fans of ours.
Okay.
And so, I actually have brought one of the judges in to a practice just to kind of critique the girls and tell them what they're looking for and what they can do better and how they can check the right boxes to bump their score up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a great not advantage, I don't guess, but it's just a great viewpoint to have from somebody that you know is going to be judging you down the road to tell you to be able to do this, that, and that.
Absolutely. And she may not necessarily be on the panel that judges us.
Right, but she knows what,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's also crazy because, Athens was the name to watch. Like, this year, the judges, we've been told by so many people, they were fighting to watch our team.
Nice.
They wanted to take a break from whatever they're doing, and they wanted to watch us. So it was like a fight for them to figure out who was going to get to come.
That's got to be cool to be the team to be watched, right? That's got to be cool. Pressure too, I'm sure. But
yeah, and to hear a Nationals judge say that you have a really good shot, and there was the coach of Sparkman, she's insane. She has so many white jackets, and she was the one that told us to believe that we were good enough to win. So hearing that kind of stuff really boosts you and makes you believe maybe you can win this time. So I think as a cheerleader, everybody wants to be able to wear a white jacket, or a high school cheerleader anyway. So to know that I have one and nobody can ever take that away from me, that's a big thing.
Absolutely.
It's a huge thing. Absolutely.
Ladies, it's been awesome. Thank you so much for joining us again. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, national champions, world champions, your very own Athens Golden Eagle cheerleader squad.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands, Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298. With all the technology around us today, it's hard to keep up. Goldsmith Technical Services specializes in residential and commercial computer and electronics repair, automation, IT services, and home theater systems and audiovisual services. Goldsmith Technical Services. Call or text 256-203-4226. Visit them on Facebook or online at goldsmithtechnical.com. Let them tailor a package that meets your needs. Goldsmith Technical Services, 256-203-4226.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Alabama.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Takes a snap. He's rolling to his left. He's looking downfield. He's looking in the end zone. Throws a jump ball. It's complete. Touchdown, Golden Eagles.
Join us this coming season for Athens High School football. Greg Young will bring you all the exciting play-by-play online at WKAC1080.com or on your WKAC Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device by saying Play WKAC Sports. Listen for the radio replays Saturdays at noon and check out the archives on the WKAC Sports page. Golden Eagle football from 1080 WKAC. You're listening to the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Joining us live, not on the hotline, but live, James Clemens Jets cheer coach Hannah Stockman. Now, what is your name?
Katie Benefield.
Katie Benefield.
Yes.
So, talk to us, Coach Hannah, about didn't y'all win again?
Yeah, February we brought home some trophies.
Sweet.
No, it's amazing. It's honestly what y'all have been able to accomplish. I mean,
well, I think y'all had just won state when we had you on, and we have been trying to get you on since the National.
Oh, have I not seen y'all since?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay, maybe that's what it was. Then.
National and world.
Yes, absolutely.
But I was flipping channels one afternoon, and the competition was on. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll see James Clemens and the very next team up. So
that's hilarious.
I got to see the performance, and then got to see the award and everything.
It wasn't even.
Yep, that's how it went.
It wasn't even on ESPN 8 The Ocho.
No, it was on really.
Let's go Donkeys.
And man, you talk about intense.
Oh, wow.
You watch their faces when they're doing the competition.
So Katie, talk a little bit about that. So you're sitting there, and obviously by this point, it's body, mind, repetitious. You've done the routine so many times. You know what to do, when to do it, but you still have to probably think about it a little bit. Obviously, everybody's got to stay coordinated, but you have to smile through the whole thing. I would be not smiling. I would not. I'd be like, okay.
You should see him on the basketball court. He never smiled. He was
usually saying bad words.
Short white boy with blonde hair out there.
But I mean, honestly, because it is intense.
Yeah.
It's very intense, and have to have that intensity with that pretty smile, and how hard is that?
Well,
I know it's fun, but
it's super
let
fun.
the girl talk.
Well, I'm just saying. I didn't want it to sound like it is so intense that it's like it's work. I mean,
playing with you, man.
I know it's fun at the same time.
I feel like for me, the intensity makes it the most fun.
Yeah.
Like the pressure of everyone watching you. I mean, it makes you like mess up sometimes if you don't think about it, but it's super fun.
I bet.
Everyone watching.
Does the TV change your intensity at all?
Do you think about it?
Do you think about that you're on TV, or are you just doing
I do. Especially before you go on, they have a camera.
Yeah.
It's
fun.
Like
when y'all are back in the back getting ready to come on, they're right there, and then it looks like there's about 4 or 5 cameras out
there
front.
are. They interview whoever's trending who's been making who's won regionals and state, locally. They kind of know who to keep their eye on. And since all of our routines are posted online, they can kind of go through and say, okay, who are the teams we need to interview? Because our first year, Katie was still at Liberty. My first year coaching, James Clemens hadn't won in a very long time or been, on the map, I guess. And so the interview person went right past us my first year, and that's the year we got runner-up at Nationals, my first year coaching. And
learn him.
I was like, man, and every year since they've come back and talked to us. But no, they warmed up. We have a 10-minute warm-up, and they videoed the entire thing because they knew we were someone to keep our eye on. So the pressure kind of starts 30 minutes before because seniors start getting interviewed. They're watching all of the warm-up before you go on too.
I would be pressure.
Now, how nervous are you backstage watching them?
I'm really nervous. I told them, because I've done it from the athlete side and the coach's side, and from my side, I can't do anything.
Nothing you can do.
Besides, and then I'm yelling and encouraging, and they might see what I'm doing, but it's so bright, especially at Nationals. I don't know what they hear, what they see, and
it seems really loud.
It is. It's super loud.
Anything.
You can't see anything. It's big, bright lights from all different angles. It's just like at a SEC football game. There's cameras floating everywhere, all across the mat, and enough to where no one's going to hit them, but they're not thinking about what I'm doing either. But I'm just sitting there, me and our other coach, Blake. We just sit there, and every time they hit something, we get a little bit more excited, but we have to contain because you never know what's going to happen throughout the 2 or 3 minutes that they're out there. Yeah. So it's on pins and needles for sure.
Well, I mean, speaking of the lights and stuff, Katie, I mean, like when you're out there, like when you've got maybe, I don't know if you're a top or a bottom or whatever it's called, all that mess. But I mean, like, do the lights ever affect you? Like, I can't see to catch, or well, I mean, do they ever get?
If I don't look up, then no. But I usually just look straight where
ahead.
The judges are, and it's just like black because the lights are so bright.
On y'all, and you can't see the. Wow.
Now, how many judges are involved in?
At a regional competition, you have a panel, and the panels alternate on and off, and there's typically a judge or two for the music portion and a judge or two for the cheer. And depending on the bigger the competition is, when we get to nationals, there's probably 10 people watching our routine total, including legalities, including time to make for sure you don't go over on anything. Yes, there's people sitting on all sides of the mat to make for sure we don't go off, because you get deducted if you go off the mat, like in tumbling or something like that. So it's lots of intricacies. Yeah, and then there's people who work for the company that runs the routine who have to come out during all of our stunts and spot in case something fluke happens and a stunt falls. They're there to help catch and make for sure no one gets hurt. So it's a lot. At one of the competitions, one of them actually got in the way of Katie, and was it like during tumbling?
It was right before the tumbling. I fell, and I was trying not to touch the ground, and then I went and I threw my tumbling in it.
Yeah. So there's, anywhere from 5 to 12 people watching, helping, judging of some sort. So there's lots of eyes, plus everybody that's just came to watch you.
Yeah.
So
which is, it looks like, and sounds like it's thousands of people out there. I don't know. I mean, you can't tell.
Yeah,
really
it was a big division too. So, you're in finals. All the teams that have already gone are sitting there probably watching you. And we were about middle way through. But, there were 118 teams in our division at the beginning. Wow. So all those people are coming back to watch and keeping their eyes on us. And it's also, the coaches want teams to watch, say, like, this is what it should look like for next year. And so it's a packed house, and it's the biggest facility at the competition. And people go just to watch finals because it's the most exciting, and it's all the cream of the crop of each division. So it's definitely the most pressure.
Okay. Now, talking about like the aspect of the routine and leading up to it, how long, like starting for next year, have y'all already started practicing?
Oh, yeah. Katie's still a junior. Okay. She's an upcoming senior, so that's why she's here. And we had tryouts. We got back February 14th or 15th, like right on Valentine's Day, and we had tryouts right after spring break, so after about 3 weeks off. And we've been practicing twice a week since, because there's girls that either aren't in cheer PE because they go to James Clemens and weren't on the team last year, or they're at Liberty and coming up. Right. So we only have 2 practices a week right now, but I always give them Memorial Day week, that whole first week of summer off.
Man, you coach nice. That is awesome.
It's
really
very
nice.
generous. And so they get 2 weeks off. Then in 4th of July, and besides that, we practice 4 to 5 days a week, have camp, do workouts with, we actually have First Place Fitness in Ardmore, Austin Blankenship. He's doing workouts with us and lifting weights. And so it's nonstop training now that we've started. And once we get back from camp, we'll have choreography. After choreography, football season starts and competition season starts in October.
How much time do y'all spend on stretching?
Stretching?
Yes.
Well, we should always spend more because we can always be more flexible, which helps everybody on the team with mobility. But we do a 10-minute warm-up every practice just to make sure their bodies are warm and ready. Because if you don't and you go straight into it, I mean, it's definitely prone to injury. Yeah. So we have a warm-up that we do every single day, and it's kind of mundane now because they just know how to do it and we knock it out. But if they don't do it and they just go straight into all the skills we do, not only would they probably pull something, but they could break something, and it's one of those imperative parts of practice for sure.
Well, and it's one of those parts of practice too that kind of gets your mindset ready for what you're getting ready to do.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, now it's getting to be serious time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many of your girls do you reckon has dancing history, taking dancing classes, stuff like that?
Maybe a couple.
Just a couple, but not a lot.
Katie
has? Okay,
another
good.
one of our seniors to dance. They might have done it like when they were super young,
Right.
but once they get into typically middle school, they stick to kind of one sport, especially if it's cheer, because
Takes
it's
over, right?
And dance is the same time. It's about 10 months out of the year too, so it's a all the time kind of commitment. And we don't really have many dual athletes because of it. We have a lot of girls who do all-star cheerleading in addition because it's just more practice of the same stuff, but not typically another sport.
Cool. Well, first off, have we said congratulations to them for winning?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, just making sure because I forgot. I was not paying attention.
So this is the 5th or 4th in a row?
State was our fourth.
Okay.
Yes,
but this
is our second national championship that we've had since I've been at JC, and they had one in 2014. With the previous coach, Andrea Dennis.
Okay. Well, I knew it was a repeat, but I didn't know if it was a 3-peat, 4-peat.
It was 4-peat this year for state, yes, sir.
For the nationals.
That's awesome.
And there was how many teams at national?
118, including us. Yeah.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, just in our division. And that was just one of our divisions that we were in, too. That was just small, traditional, which is the one you saw on ESPN.
Oh, okay. Wow. I mean, how does that make you feel, Katie, to know that, I mean, there's a lot of teams out there from a lot of different places across the country, and to know that y'all are the best of the best.
Yeah, it didn't really hit until when I got back from nationals. I was like, because I didn't realize there was that many teams. I mean, I knew there was a lot, but I didn't think there was more than 100 until we won.
And how many girls on each team generally?
The up to 15.
Okay.
So we have 3 stunt groups, which is 4 girls in each, and then we can have 3 extra who help with pyramids, tumbling, dance, all those things.
Okay. So how does that work? Are they just like on the side? It comes time for a pyramid, so they run up there and.
No, so it's a lot of stuff going. Everyone's doing something the whole time. So if someone's not in a stunt, they're tumbling. If we're in a pyramid, we have to have what's called a bracer group. So a group that builds up right next to them at a lower level so that they can assist them doing the skills, because they wouldn't be legal if someone wasn't helping them. So they're harder skills to do, or it's a backflip or something like that, where they need that second group and that top girl, the girl who's in the air, to assist the other girl that's flying into the skill.
Wow.
So you don't have anybody standing off to the side on their phone?
No.
It seems like, and I might
everyone's
be
out of breath when they're off the mat.
It seems like the only time I remember, and I won't say a slow down, but am I dreaming? Don't you have to do at least one cheer?
Yes.
Okay. So
cheers right in the middle.
So right when everybody's kind of coming together to get in their spot for the cheer, that's like the only time there's not people running
Correct.
and tumbling and diving. And,
Yep.
Yeah,
so you start the cheer.
I know a lot
and then
about
you build
cheering,
it up.
Tom. Don't look at me.
I'm in awe of your professionalism.
If you were listening to the commentary that was on ESPN, usually typically when we get to the cheer is kind of the hardest part because you're doing similar skills. You're stunting, you're tumbling, and you're having to yell, which exerts more energy. Yeah. But one of the comments they made about us, they want you to execute it perfectly. So look like you're not tired, look super energized, because the goal is that you can still lead the crowd to the best of your ability, that they're still judging you on that, not just the skills you're doing. Yeah. And that's one of the things the commentator said on ESPN was they don't even look like they've done anything. They're not tired. And that's why a lot of teams do their cheer first before their music even starts, because they don't want to get points counted off for being winded and being tired, so not able to execute.
They almost make it to where it has to be done in this. Everybody should have to do it at the same point of a routine. You know what I mean?
Typically. So right now, they just made it to where you could do it before the music starts, and then you just have a longer duration of music. But what it's traditionally always been is about a minute of music, a minute of cheer, and then about 30 seconds of the rest of your routine, where like the dance and the pyramid usually is. Now there's different. You can do it any way you want, but the cheer has to be at the beginning or in the middle.
Okay, that's a testament to y'all's hard work and getting in shape to be able to pull that off. Exactly, to be able to do that cheer in the middle of the routine like that, and not have like any. Another thing that I remember the judges saying was, and I don't know the terminology, but anyway, they were very impressed with y'all's, I guess, level of skills, or whatever y'all were performing. Yeah. They're like, wow, that's high level
of difficulty.
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
That's a word.
Like there you go. Yes, exactly.
That's right.
So whatever it was y'all were doing, they were like, wow. Not only were y'all, they were impressed that you were even trying to pull it off, but then y'all pulled it off, very well, and they were like, that's awesome. So good for y'all.
There was no point in asking now that you won the national championship, what are you going to do? I mean, you were already at Disney World.
Yeah, you're going to Disney World.
That's right. Yeah. We were already there, but we did go celebrate the next day. We do our big day of Magic Kingdom, go to the castle and all that. So they're able to wear their jackets that they get whenever they win and their medals. And so that's always a big day for whoever's won nationals for whatever division, because you see it's just filled and flooded with cheerleaders and families, and you see people walking around with a jacket, and it was like 80 degrees and they didn't take those things off because they were so proud of it.
I had 3 on. That's what we used to call it at Tanner. You pimping.
Yeah.
You strutting.
And they wore some of them wore all 3 of them. So I'm like, all right, listen, I'm pregnant. I can't do all 3, but I'll wear one around my waist because I'm super hot.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on the big win. Let's do it again next year.
That's right.
You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
You've been listening to the best of Tailgate Talk. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.